The classic sales funnel. Before I talk about Facebook Messenger chatbots in further detail, I want to recap how the classic online sales funnel works. You have to remember how to sell stuff online so you can craft your overall Facebook Messenger chatbot strategy according to these basic rules. If you blow this, then even the most sophisticated Facebook Messenger chatbot is not going to help you. All you end up doing is wasting money. To sell anything, online or offline, you have to get people to trust you. When was the last time you bought something from a complete and total stranger? I would venture to guess that the answer is never. If that's your answer, you're a completely normal person because that's how most normal people think. You're not going to buy thousands of dollars or even dozens of dollars worth of merchandise from somebody you don't know. There has to be some sort of trust there. Maybe a friend referred you, or maybe you have read something online that got your confidence. Whatever the case may be, there has to be some sort of trust. Otherwise, you're not going to pull the trigger. If that's how you think, then you have a pretty good understanding of how pretty much everybody else thinks. This is why the sales funnel is broken down into 3 stages. It all leads to trust. No stage. Have you ever noticed that when you check out Facebook or go to a lot of other websites that certain ads keep showing up? You may be thinking to yourself, why is the company behind that ad blowing all that money to keep showing me the same ad over and over? Well, this is called the rule of 8. Marketing studies show that consumers would only click on an ad or take action on an offer once they have seen it at least 8 times. They have to be exposed to it for them to feel that they know it enough. This can take the form of an ad, a graphic, an article, or even a mention in an article. By that point, they reach a stage where they feel that, okay, maybe this brand is worth knowing. So they start looking at the ad more closely. They start reading the article with more attention. After this stage, they then subconsciously decide whether they like the brand or the offer enough, or they like the solution being offered. The like stage. In the like stage, you basically are thinking that the particular category of solutions offered by an ad is legit, but you're going to compare it with other solutions. For example, if you're in the market for a new car, your need is very basic. You're trying to get from point A to point B. But there are many different car manufacturers competing for your business. You make a decision by lining them all up and figuring out their advantages and disadvantages. At this stage, you start liking a specific solution after you've compared it with others. And usually, this is due to the fact that you've seen their ad several times. That's how they distinguish themselves from the competition. They don't run away from the competition. Great ads usually let you know that there's competition out there, but they offer something different. You like their specific take. Trust stage. Once you have decided that a certain approach or a certain range of solutions is the way to go compared to others, the next step is to trust the brand that got you there. And usually, this happens quite naturally. It just clicks. This is actually the easiest part because it's almost automatic. Once your messaging clears the know and like stage, the trust stage pretty much falls into place. Your Facebook Messenger chatbot messages must comply with all 3 stages. Otherwise, you're going to lose the sale. When the engagement with the prospect is at the no stage, you have to restrict your Messenger chatbot to set certain pieces of information that boost credibility as far as knowledgeability, competence, and authority go. On the like stage, the kind of messaging you send must be comparative in nature. In other words, you position your brand according to its strengths, and then you line that up with the weakest points of the competition. You kind of stack the comparison by showing them in the worst light and showing your strongest suit. And then finally, you get to the trust stage, and this is usually filled in or assumed by the prospect. The bottom line, you're not going to buy anything from people you don't trust. Thankfully, Facebook Messenger bot can help qualify general online traffic from Facebook into deeper and deeper levels of trust. Set up properly, your Facebook Messenger chatbot can turn an otherwise vaguely or mildly interested prospect base into one that is eager, ready, and willing to convert. How to create your own Facebook Messenger bot. Facebook has opened its Messenger architecture to developers. They basically laid out the different commands and different structures that Messenger bot developers could use to interact with Facebook's core messaging technology. Usually, this is done through an API system. If any of this sounds arcane to you, don't feel too bad. It sounds like Greek to most people. This is geek talk. This is highly technical stuff. At this stage, you really have 3 options when it comes to creating your own Facebook Messenger bot. Option number 1, hire someone to do it for you. When you hire somebody to build you a Facebook Messenger chatbot, you're hiring somebody who is very familiar with Facebook's developer notes, developer specifications, and protocols for its Facebook Messenger application. This is a person who has spent time figuring things out or who has probably come up with several chatbots in the past. The person definitely has the experience to do it quickly and efficiently. This is a great option to take if you have fancy features for your Facebook Messenger chatbot. For example, if you are looking to automate Messenger interaction after somebody clicks on an ad, you probably would need JSON integration. In other words, when you click on an ad and Messenger opens up, JSON would pull up some of your user data and then use it to populate key parts of the chat interaction. It's as if Facebook Messenger chatbot got into your prospect's head. It's really amazing stuff. After seeing some JSON implementations, the only thing I can think about was, how did they do that? It's as if Facebook Chat is reading your prospect's mind. As quick, powerful, and creative as custom Facebook Messenger chatbot development may be, it is also very expensive. Usually, the fancier the chatbot and the more robust its features, the more dollars you should expect to pay. Well, if you're in a tight budget, or you run a small business with a modest budget, don't give up. You still have two other options. Option number 2, try to do it yourself using Facebook's default response system. You don't have to be a programming genius to make Facebook Messenger's chatbot system work for you. Facebook does allow an automated response system for its Facebook pages. You have to turn on the feature, and then you have to get permission from Facebook. This is not automatic. The good news is, though, is that this is already built in, and you would just plug in the scripts yourself. This cuts down on cost. This also gives you a tremendous opportunity to learn the ins and outs of Facebook's default response messenger system. You're basically turning it into your own response bot. The downside should be obvious. This option doesn't really unlock the full range of capabilities that Facebook Messenger automation brings to the table. It just gives you the very basic. In fact, it can be quite clunky, especially if you don't really know what you're doing and you just put in basic questions and answers. A lot of the questions may not be on point. Another disadvantage is that it can take quite a while. Everybody has different learning curves, and if you're trying to come up with something that looks professional, it can take quite a while. Finally, if you drop the ball or the interactions are not as professional as your prospects would expect, your brand may suffer. This is always a possibility. And it may well turn out that the problems it may cause might outweigh whatever benefits and savings you get. Option number 3, use the ManyChat platform. I'm using the ManyChat Facebook Messenger bot automation system as my main example. There are other companies out there offering their own platforms that simplify the Facebook Messenger chatbot creation system. The reason why I'm focusing on ManyChat is that it is the most well-known and the most experienced. They've been around the block for quite a while. They have come up with a very robust and scalable solution. The great thing about this platform is that it is very easy to use. You don't have to be some sort of coding or programming genius. You don't have to know Facebook like the back of your hand. It has a scalable learning curve. Also, its chatbot creation system is very intuitive. It's almost linear. It's easy to figure out, and it's easy to string a series of responses based on certain conditions together. I can't say the same with other platforms out there because most of the other platforms out there are built for programmers or coders. Finally, the ManyChat platform has been used by many small businesses and small to medium scale online publishers. This means that their platform is tried and proven in terms of its ability to produce bots that deliver the results their client base needs. Also, another great thing about this platform is that it was designed from the ground up to help anybody, regardless of their technical skills and regardless of their primary language. Building Facebook Messenger chatbots using ManyChat is quick and easy. It even has templates you could use. The secret sauce to ManyChat is the fact that it has fine-tuned some features that it knows users deploy to recruit new customers. It gives you a wide range of tools so you can attract visitors to your Facebook Messenger, and it gives you tools to possibly convert that person into a buyer.